All right. All right. Remember, behave. Cheesecake. Okay. We all love brownies, and we all love cheesecake. We've seen the boxes of brownies in the aisle before that have the cheese or cream cheese swirl on top. Have you all tried them? I know I have. They're pretty good, but they're just flavored brownies. They're not actual cheesecake. Is there a way to get both of these into one dessert? I'm going to tell you how. First, what we need to do is we need to start by making brownies. We're going to make the brownies from scratch, just because they're better that way. And the list of the brownie recipe is 1 cup of vegetable oil, 2 cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 4 eggs, 1 cup of flour, 2/3 cup of the cocoa, and half teaspoon of baking powder, half teaspoon of salt. Now what we're going to do with those is first we're going to take the oil, sugar, and vinegar and mix them together. After that's nice and mixed, we're going to add in the eggs, and then after that's at a good consistency, we're going to add in flour, cocoa, baking powder, and salt. We're going to mix that up real well, but don't overmix, because if you overmix, it's going to become more cakey than it is going to be brownie. Something you want to watch out for. After you do that, take a 10 by 13 pan. You want to grease it. One thing I like to do is add in cocoa powder around the sides on top of the grease, because a little more flavor. Something I found on a website, Life123. Pretty good idea, works well. After you get it into the pan, you're going to cook it for 20 minutes at 325. So make sure you preheat your oven, of course. After that, during that time, what you want to do is you want to prepare the cheesecake now. Now the cheesecake doesn't have near as many ingredients in it. It takes 4 packs of the cream cheese. They're 8-ounce packs. 1 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/2 cup of sour cream, and 3 eggs. You do want to pull out a blender for this because it takes a little more than just manpower to actually mix it. First, what you do is you want to mix the cream cheese, sugar, and vanilla together. After that's nice and mixed, add in the sour cream, make it sure it gets nice and mixed up on there. And then you want to lower down your blender to the lowest speed and add 1 egg at a time until it's nice and smooth. After that's done, set that aside until the brownies have cooked for 20 minutes. Now after they have cooked, be careful, take them out of the oven. They are hot, but the middle has not set. It should look shiny. Okay. After you pull that out, you want to take the cheesecake and the cream cheese and spread it over the top. Now it's going to break the top layer a little bit. That's okay. We want that, because that's going to make the two come together as one. Now, when you get to that part, after you put it on there, you do want to cook the brownies for another 40 minutes at the same temperature. Now you can either leave them at 325 or kick it up to about 350 to make sure that the brownies do cook all the way. Sometimes you do have problems with that. After you get it to that part, 40 minutes, take a toothpick, stick it in the middle, make sure it comes out clean. If it doesn't come out clean, you do want to cook it a little more. You probably want to do about 5 more minutes till it does come out. Once that's done, take it out. You're almost there. You're going to have to let it cool for 4 to 5 hours so the cheesecake has time to set. If you don't, you're going to cut into it, it's going to spill all apart. Okay. Now one additional idea that you can do with this is you can add a layer of melted chocolate on top. Kind of gives you a little bit of a cookie. It's a little bit of an overkill, so it makes it too sweet, a lot of people say. So you may not want to do that. Okay, you can also add any of the pie toppings on top as well if you want a little bit of a mix. Now, one thing I've heard from some online sources with the cheesecake, instead of using cream cheese, they do use ricotta and cottage cheese and stuff like that. It is an option. I've never tried it myself. You can try it. Just make sure that you do process the curds all the way down, or else you're going to have lumps in the cheesecake. Good advice from Life123 again as well. Now, Again, once you're done, after the time's over, you should be able to cut into it and serve it, and you should have something that looks in results like this. And then you'll have something to wow your crowd at your next meeting, something a little bit different, not your normal dessert, and let them try it. Good? Now you guys ready for dessert?
Yeah.
All right. You guys can go ahead and grab some.
How many did we get to?
He was just under 5.